The former governor of Cross River State, Mr. Donald Duke, said that Tinubu stole his identity. So I just want to know why Tinubu will come so low to stealing someone's identity. This video is not about politics as usual, but it is about revealing something. So stay with me while we go into it. Tuesday, August 4th is today, 2026. Good evening, everyone. This video is not about politics, but this is just exposing how irredeemable and how rotten the system in Nigeria is. Now, there is this, should I say, a wake-up reassessment of Tinubu's academic record. You know, before the 2023 general election, there were a lot of draggings up and down. They took the case to court and so on and so forth. So at the end, Supreme Court holds that the Chicago University need to bring some document to prove that Bonda Tinubu is not this, is not that. You know, there were a lot of things, and a lot of envelopes were flying up and down. So Atiku could not get the document he was looking for. But that is not what I want to talk about in this video. Now, I believe that when you see the what INEC released, the form, the presidential campaign form to INEC, Tinubu did not put primary, secondary school or any educational background in Nigeria. He only put Chicago State University, no, University of Chicago. He put before Chicago State University, this time around University of Chicago. So there is a problem here. The problem is that I, Ochapi myself, do not believe that Tinubu doesn't have primary school or secondary school certificate. I don't believe that. I believe that, yes, this man went to primary school, he went to secondary school. But this is what I believe. This is a personal assessment. This is based on personal research and personal opinion, okay? I believe that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not the name of the person ruling Nigeria. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not the name of person ruling Nigeria. This is what I believe. It's a personal opinion. Now, I believe that Tinubu went to primary school. He attended secondary school in Nigeria. I believe that. But he attended primary school and secondary school with his real name. I want you to get this fast correct. He attended primary school and secondary school with his real name. There was another rumor that came that Tinubu left Nigeria based on another person's visa, something like that. Maybe he got admitted into Chicago State University based on that data, based on that name. And at the end, that name doesn't match the name over here in Nigeria. So he got a problem. Do you understand it? Now, the problem here is this. I was listening to the video of former Cross River State Governor Donald Duke. He said that Tinubu used his picture as a primary school picture. Tinubu used Donald Duke's picture to show that this is when I was small. I went to primary school. That Tinubu is now an identity thief. This is an identity theft. Tinubu used his picture. Pay attention, listen to what he said.
Interestingly, there's a new documentary that has been produced. It's titled The Nation Builder, and it's on Bola Tinubu. His years in Chicago, his exploits, what a wonderful student he was. Fine. My disagreement is that my photograph as a 12-year-old is used as his photograph, right? As his photograph, as a young person. In other words, they couldn't find a photograph of him as a young person. And they now take my own photograph and took the photograph in Sokoto. When I don't think you've seen the photograph. I have it on my phone. I'll send it around. And there I was in Sokoto posing. And now, I don't know if I can get some justice on this, but I feel very pained that points that I had at a 12-year-old is now being used for political end. But it just shows that the level of debate, right, has really come so low.
It's only in Nigeria that a statement like this becomes a laughing stock, becomes laughable to people. It's only in Nigeria people can come out and laugh when someone is talking. This is a former governor. You know Donald Duke cannot lie. With this, if he lie with this, he will find himself in the SS custody. He just accused Tinubu of identity theft. But people are laughing. Oh God. See, I'm trying to just expose to you how irredeemable Nigeria is. Upon all these things, the judicial system could not stop these shenanigans. And you believe that if you are not ready to die, that something is going to change. Or maybe one day this country is going to... No. See, Nigeria have crossed... There is a line Nigeria have already crossed at this moment. There is a line Nigeria have already crossed. Now, most people who are supposed to say these things out, who are supposed to come out and say, no, this is evil. Let's call a spade a spade. Most people who are well educated in Nigeria, like Professor Soyinka, who are supposed to say, no, let us come out play. But they can't say this. Why? Because either because of the friendship they have with Tinubu or because of tribalism. So this is not about friendship. This is not about tribalism or religion. we are trying to make you understand that if this thing could go unpunished in Nigeria, tell me why so many evil will not go unpunished. Yes, tell me why so many evil will not go unpunished. You see, a lot of people claim that Tinubu did not go to primary school and secondary school based on Tinubu did not provide evidence. Tinubu did not provide proof that he went to these schools. Those people are also correct based on, yes, you say Tinubu did not go to primary school and Tinubu did not provide evidence that he went to primary school. Bam, it's okay. But I'm telling you that this man went to primary school, but that is not Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He went to primary school with a different name, his real identity. And I think if he wants to prove it right, he should bring out his primary school and secondary school certificates. Not the one with the Donald picture. Why am I even laughing, Steph? This is not a laughing stock. Not with the one with former governor of Cross River State picture. Not with Donald Duke picture. Not with the one with Donald Duke picture. Because that one is another set of allegations now that people have not treated. Like, how can Nigeria... What am I even talking? I wanted to say, how can Nigeria allow this thing to happen? Nigeria is a crime scene. Tell me what is not crime in Nigeria. Refinery, port authority, everything. If you dig deep on every institution in Nigeria, you see crime, 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 crime. Nigeria is the only country. Mind what I'm going to tell you now. Nigeria is the only country who doesn't appoint Chief of Army Staff, Inspector General of Police, Chief of Naval Staff, all this top military position. Nigeria is the only country who doesn't appoint it based on merit. Now, let me shock you. Nigeria doesn't appoint all these things based on merit too. Listen, when the IGP, according to Showere, the embattled illegal IGP before, so when he was out, the next person that's supposed to be the IG of Nigeria was to be an Igbo man. But not only him, the people who were above the person who is IG today, they sent them to immediate resignation, like they retire them. They retire all of them who are above the person they appointed as IG. Nigeria is the only place where such a thing happens. So, appointing these things is not based on merit. It is based on who you know. So, how can they fight this insecurity? How can they fight it? It is based on who you know. It's not based on competence. It's not based on this person is above. This person has the merit. It's not it. It is based on who I know. Who can defend me? Who can I send message? The person will work according to me, not according to the law. So, I'm of the opinion that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not the one ruling Nigeria. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a name that he's answering based on an identity that he cloned. Now, at the time, this man, Festus Kayamo, was the one who was battling this issue of Tinubu's certificate and all those things. Festus Kayamo was about to win Tinubu in court. We could have destroyed Tinubu forever. That is the reason why he is where he is today. People don't know. This man that is attacking Cardinal Canal, Daniel Bwanda have all the whole Tinubu secrets. The drug dealing, the certificate saga, and so on and so forth. Tinubu take him and place him to where he is today. Reno Mokri, there is nothing Reno Mokri did not do. Even going to Chicago State University. Says Tinubu is urinating in his blood. Do all sort of things in London, shouting Tinubu is a drug lord. You know what? Tinubu take him and place him where he is. But Tinubu did not forgive Reno. Tinubu forgave others. The reason why Tinubu did not forgive Reno is that up to today, Reno is not an ambassador. He's only an ambassador by mouth. No country accepted that for. No country accepted Reno Mokri up to today. So that is a very dangerous game Tinubu played with him. But that is not the only issue here. The main issue is that Nigeria have a problem. We have a problem based on, even though a Boko Haram member just come out now can become a governor, as far as the powers that be, the people can gather and say that, oh, let him go. They can defend rubbish. They can defend evil. You see, there was a video I made. I was talking about the end of democracy in Nigeria. A lot of people did not understand. Not in Nigeria, the end of democracy. I said democracy is only good until the people who don't want democracy will come into power and they will hijack the power. That will be the end of democracy. You understand? Democracy is going to enthrone evil, and that evil will not allow due process of democracy any longer. And that is what you are witnessing exactly. Well, Donald Duke is saying that Tinubu thieved his identity, stole his identity. Okay, Tinubu stole his identity, and people are keeping quiet. A president, no primary school, no secondary school certificate. People think that it's all well. But you know what? The judiciary are there waiting for their money in the bag to do what they want to do. Bring the case to court. They will rock it out. The law says for you to be a president of Nigeria, you will have a minimum of school start or equivalent. There is no school start, no or equivalent of school start there. BSc is not an equivalent of school sat. So if you don't have school sat, how do you get?
Like this in one channel, yes. So, according to former Cross State Governor, you understand, Donald Duque, he said that Tinubu stole his identity, you understand. So he say na a picture na Tinubu use for his certificate, you understand. But if you really look at this man Tinubu, they look alike, you understand. They look alike. Well, what people the reason is that where the man could they talk where the man could they made the statement, like all those people did they could they laugh. They don't believe the man. They say the man is serious. They say the man is a joke. But within me no say that man not a joke. You understand? Me no say that man is say the truth. But Nigeria now, no go believe you take anything as a cruise. You understand me? You understand? Oh, I don't understand. If this man really attempt, if he really attempt primary school and secondary school, you understand? In Nigeria, how would he okay, he would have a classmate, you understand? As in, some people come and say, Tinubu was my classmate too, you understand? As me be so, when I as me to me get class, when I get classmate, you understand? During my secondary school and primary school, you understand? Maybe if anything happen now, so I'll get evidence. I'll go evidence. This country, you just got a B. You just got a B. Those people with the rule us. Wow.